All right, ladies, today I'm going to show you how to create a simple landing page on your WordPress website. You'll need three things in order to do this. The first being your Google or your Gravity Forms setup. You'll need your an image or a graphic that you want to use in your landing page, as well as the text that you want to put on your landing page. Now, I will share a live video that I already did on the text portion for the landing page for you to go off of, or you can just create your own based on other landing pages that you've seen. For a free offer, the design and the intricacy of the landing page doesn't need to be too in-depth because it's not a sales page. You're not convincing anybody to do anything. You really are just getting their name and email, and that's about it. Now, when you get up into selling high-end offers, probably about $500 and above, that's when you really want to have a more high-end looking sales page. But for our purposes, for the purposes of as coaches, this option is just fine. So we're going to start out by first creating the form. So you'll want to go to Forms and New Form on your website. Okay, you want to create a form title, and this can be private to you, or it can be open to everybody. So you can keep the title very specific, or you can make it to where you'd want your viewers to see it. I typically don't like having the form title on there, so I'll make it pretty specific as to what I want. So we're going to do kitchen and ab makeover is what I'm working on. So I'm going to give it the title, and I usually don't put in a form description, and then just hit create form. On this screen, you're going to use two different options, the standard fields and the advanced fields section. The advanced fields are typically what will plug in and integrate with your email marketing service, and your standard fields are what do not integrate with your email marketing service. So your advanced fields that are more specific and that you need to make sure you choose the right ones is name, and just click it and it'll populate over, and email. For the purpose of a landing page for a free offer, it's probably not super important that you have a ton of questions, but if you're creating a form for different reasons, you can definitely go into the standard fields area and add paragraph text. You can have a drop down, whatever it is that you want to have. But for the purpose of just a landing page, your name and email is just fine. Okay, so once you have your name and your email on there, you'll want to make these required fields. So that way there's not, whoever comes to this page cannot just bypass through them. They have to input their name and their email. So this little drop-down arrow is where you edit the field, and just at the bottom it says rules, and just mark it required. This is going to put a red asterisk by the area, and then all right, so once you have your name and email on there and you have them marked required, you'll just hit update. Now, there's a couple other sections in the forms area that you'll want to make sure are updated before you move on. So the first section is going to be under settings and notifications. And you'll want to hit admin notification and edit. This is the email that will go to you to let you know that somebody filled out your form. So you want to select the send to email to be an email that you check and use regularly. And then the from email can be your email as well. So you can make the subject or the message say anything that you want, but the standard is for it to tell you new submission from, and then the form title, and then it'll give you all of the fields that were answered in the form section in the body of the message that's emailed to you. And then just hit update notifications. You don't have to add any other information there. All right. The next area that we're going to want to go to is Aweber or MailChimp, whatever your email marketing service is. Now, this step, you have to integrate and set up your email marketing service with Gravity Forms before you create your first form. So if you haven't done this, I will post a video on how to set up the integration from Gravity Forms on your website to MailChimp. So that way everything is good to go. But for this client that I'm working on right now, they use Aweber, but the steps are still going to be the same. So I'm going to hit Aweber, and I'm going to add new feed, and I'm going to just name this the same as I named the form, so kitchen and app makeover. Now, if you remember from the video that we created yesterday on how to set up your email marketing campaign, you'll remember that we set up a list specifically for your free offer. So now, once you have your email marketing campaign, the company that you're going to be using, your website set up with Gravity Forms installed, now we can select that list because they're integrated and it'll pop up. So this is this drop down right here is all of the lists that my client that I'm working on, Taryn, has set up in her Aweber account. So I'm going to select whatever one that I want to use. For my intent and purposes, I'm using this Taryn Perry list, but you are going to use the list that you created yesterday when you were watching the email marketing campaign email. Now this is where you tell Gravity Forms is going to tell Aweber or MailChimp what the fields are that are on your form. So they're asking what field is the email address, and that is the email. That's from the form that we created. And the full name, you're going to hit name full. And then just update settings. So what this does is when somebody fills out this form, can't use a symbol. There we go. All right, for at this moment, we are done working on the forms, and now we can actually go and work on the landing page. So you'll go to Pages and Add New Page. All right, for our purposes, to create a super simple landing page, nothing too detailed, nothing too intricate, we're just gonna be able to use this visual section. Now, if you want to create something that's a little bit more in depth, or there's a little bit more pieces to it, I can definitely do that if you guys would like to see something that's a little bit more intricate. But for this tutorial and what I'm doing for this client, which is what I would do for any of you, is super basic, super simple. It's not going to be too hard for you. So for the page title, that is not going to be seen by your audience. So this can be anything that you want it to say. We're going to do kitchen and ab makeover. Over here on the right-hand column, I'm going to turn the template into a blank page. Depending on your theme, this will say blank page, or it might say landing page. Landing page is probably more popular than the blank page. All right, on this page, this is where we're actually going to build and create your landing page. So we're just going to go into this visual section. No need to go anywhere else. But I'm going to start. The way that I like to create them is graphic, text, form. So I'm going to first add media. And I'm going to select files. And I'm going to go to the folder on my computer where this picture is saved. And I'm just going to hit insert into page. All right, from here, I'm going to click on the image and I'm going to go to the little pencil button, which is the edit, and hit edit. I'm just going to center it and make it full size. So this is going to spread it out on the screen. I'm just going to make it rather big. Now I'm going to click outside the image and I'm just going to hit enter, and that's going to move me to my next line. And I'm going to copy and paste the text that I want to use. So I have this just written down here, and I'm going to just copy and paste my text here. All right. And then at the end of your ad text, you're just going to want to include a call to action, and that call to action is going to be to fill out your form. So Taryn says, we will show you the simplicity behind preparing your kitchen to be the gateway to your sexy mom abs. Just fill out the form below and your ebook will be on its way. All right, so now we have a graphic, we have our text, and then we're going to have our form. So I'm just going to hit enter. And right above where the add media, there's an add form button. I'm going to select add form. And from the drop down, you'll be able to add the form that you created. So ours was kitchen and ab makeover. If you want to include the title or the description of your form, you will keep these green check marks checked. If you do not want to display the title or the description of your form, you will just uncheck them. and then insert form. So now we have a graphic, we have our text, and we have our form. The Gravity form on the visual tab is going to just look a little funky, but when you actually update and look at your page, it'll show the form buttons. But really, that's all we need to do to make a landing page. So now I'm going to hit publish. And preview changes. So now we see we have the graphic that introduces what we're going to be talking about. We have Taryn's story and the text from her ad, and then we have the form. So people can fill out their name and email, and it will be populated. So I'm going to just test this out. And right now I'm going to show you what the default setting is for your quote unquote thank you page. That's what we're going to be working on next. So right now I just put in my name and email and I hit submit, and you'll see that the default thank you option is just going to be this little area where it says thank you for contacting us. We will get in touch with you shortly. But we want to create a thank you page that's a little bit more direct. So that's going to be the next thing that we're going to work on. So I haven't created a graphic for this yet, so I'll go through and create the graphic really quick and jump back and show you guys how to do that. Okay, so now we're going to make our thank you page. So I'm just going to go to add new. This is going to make me a new page. And I'm going to call this my kitchen and ab makeover thank you page. Super simple. Nobody's going to see the title, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to again make the template blank page or landing page. And I'm going to go in here to the body of the visual section. I'm going to add the picture that I just created. You'll see that the image I did was super simple. And again, I'm going to edit, center, and make this bigger. All right, I'm going to click outside the image and hit enter. This is where I'm going to add in my own text. So I'm going to actually center this, and then I'm just going to put thank you so much for your interest in, and then you would put your freemium in the kitchen and ab makeover. I cannot wait to see your results. So be sure to send them to me at now you can mark this whatever makes sense for you and for your freemium. This thank you page is also a great way to get people connected with you even more. So you could put an invitation into your free group. So let's see, if you would like more tips and support like the ones that you will receive in this ebook, head over to my Mom Strong private Facebook group. I show up here daily my own journey in motherhood and give the best support that I can. All right, and then we're gonna do Mom Strong Facebook group, and I'm going to hyperlink this. I'll do All right, so I grabbed a link from the group and I'm going to hyperlink this text. So I'm going to just copy it, go up here to this little paperclip looking button. And in this box, I'm going to paste my URL and hit the blue arrow and hit apply. So that linked this text, this group of text to my Facebook group URL. All right, and then I just hit publish. So now we have our form created, we have our landing page created, we have our thank you page created. But now what we need to do is connect the thank you page to when somebody hits submit on your form, that it now goes to this thank you page that we created. Just check how this looks. So it says, thank you, all of your information, Mom Strong Facebook group. You can change the color on this, you can bold, you can play around with how you want the text to look. That's completely up to you. So I'm gonna come back over here. All right, so my thank you page is done. I've updated it so it's saved. I'm gonna go back to forms, and this time I'm just gonna hit forms. So it pulls up all of the forms that I've created. And I'm gonna go to the kitchen and ab makeover, which is the one that I did. And under settings, I'm gonna go to confirmations. Under default confirmation, I'm gonna click edit. And right now, the confirmation type is the text. So if you remember when I hit submit, it said, thanks for contacting us, we'll get in touch with you shortly. Right now, I want to take it from the text here to redirect it to another page when they hit submit. So I'm gonna hit page, and then the page I'm gonna select is that thank you page that I just created. So kitchen ab makeover, thank you. And I'm gonna save confirmation. So now when I go to pages and I go to my kitchen and ab makeover page, I'm gonna put in my name and email and hit submit. And now it's going to redirect me to the thank you page that I just created. Now it goes, thank you, read it, and if I hit Mom Strong Facebook group, that is going to redirect me to the Mom Strong Facebook group. And if I'm not a member, I can ask to join. All right, so that's super simple, super easy. That's how you create your landing and thank you page for your free offer.